welcome to another episode of Behind the Scenes with the BOE. I'm Jen Mullen, the Communications Chair of the Ellington Board of Education, and proud to present these little shows that we're going to do as a different form of communication to make sure that you're getting all of the information that we have to share. There's a lot of fun and exciting things happening in town with the schools and with our students, and this is a great way to showcase that. We are going to be doing a student spotlight. It's going to be one of the new segments that I'm going to be bringing you. We are going to start this month a little bit later with Maddie Willett, who is the student representative of the Board of Education here in town. It's great for us to have the student perspective that she brings on the board. We are also going to be providing you all with a calendar of events per se. What's happening, what's going on, what is there to get excited about. So we all know all of the sports have begun. We've got football, soccer, and track and field in full swing this year, which is amazing to see. And I hope you can join us one night for one of the games. We know that right now you're also in the midst of back to school pictures and fundraisers and open houses. So this would be a different way for you to get all of that information. First and foremost today, I am going to bring on Mr. Dario Soto. He is the newly named principal at Crystal Lake School. We're going to chat with him and find out what he can bring to the great town of Ellington. Be right back. I'm pleased to present our new Crystal Lake principal, Mr. Dario Soto. Welcome, how are you?
Good. Thank you for having me. I love this opportunity to be able to talk to people and let them know about the great things that we're going to do and about the great feeling that I've gotten from the community. It's been really exciting.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about, first of all, your background and what made you the perfect candidate for Ellington.
So I'm from New Jersey, so I do say water. So I have to say it right out the bat. So I came up here to UConn, and then I started my career as a special ed teacher in Hartford, and then I went to East Hartford, and then I started my STEM career. So from then I went back to Hartford, and I've been in the STEM field. So I've been teaching in the classroom, and then I started a STEAM school in Hartford, and then after that, I started to coach, right? So kind of developing that inquiry and that hands-on. So my big area of expertise that I've been working on, and I went to Windsor after that with, is changing the way we teach, right? From being the sage on the stage to the guide on the side. And that's what we've been talking with our teachers. And that's really what Ellington, what we're moving towards, right? We're moving towards the kids asking us and the students asking us, I want to learn this because I need this, because I want to do something with it. And that's where education has changed, right? So before we're like, okay, memorize this is important. And the kids are like, why do I need to learn this? Now it's like, so I need to learn this. So can you help me? Like, I want to figure this out. And a good example is we have a green club at Crystal Lake. So what the green club is doing is they're talking about global warming issues and waste and all these issues that they've researched and they look up. So now, like, Ms. Soto, we want to make people aware of these things. Okay, how do you want to make them aware? So like, well, how about if we do presentations? Okay, to who? And they're like, to small children. Well, how are you going to do that? So one of the things that they thought of is to do a quick experiment with the students, with the younger students. So this is our sixth graders, right? Our leaders are now going to do little experiments to talk about waste and to talk about things that we're looking in science at, like, there's an effect on our environment. So having the young kids understand, and like, Ms. Soto, we have our own logo. I said, oh, really?
That's fantastic.
Right.
I think that it's never too young to get the kids started in preserving the environment. We all know where it's gone. And I appreciate the fact that, not everyone has to memorize their multiplication tables. I think I'm still traumatized by that in the 4th grade or 3rd grade. Tell me a little bit about the first month at school. You're about a month in, the kids are there. How did they take to having a new principal and a new atmosphere and really all of the goals that you want to achieve, the students.
I think it's been great. The students, again, high energy, they're ready to reconnect. And that's what we've been talking about with the teachers and with the families. During this last year, it's been hard to connect. We've done our very best we can. But in the environment, how we had to, be safe, it was really hard to connect. So the students are loving reconnecting with each other. They're loving the energy that the teachers have. They're loving all the projects. They're loving the circle time. So we still, in the morning time, we still have a circle. So we come in, we talk about how we're feeling today, what do we want to accomplish today. So they're loving having that time, right? Because we're in person, we could take that time really to set the stage for learning, which is hard to do, right? When you're online, it's really hard to set the stage for learning as it is when we're in circles saying, okay, yesterday we had a great day, but we ended the day a little kind of fuzzy. So what do we need to do to sustain? They're like, oh, this is what I want to do. Oh, maybe I'm gonna, take a deep breath when I'm frustrated, and then I can continue my work. Okay, those are great strategies, right? We could talk more about that when we're in person, and those are the things we're doing. And we're learning about how to deal with each other. So now we have recess, right? So we're all at recess, and all the kids are playing, and I wanted to swing. Oh, but I didn't get a chance. Okay, how do we share? So all those things we're getting to teach them. That's really exciting for us.
That's great. And I'm glad that you mentioned last year too. You will notice that Mr. Soto and I do not have our masks on, but we are within the 3 feet apart. So I want to make sure that that's clear. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? I know that last year we did offer the silver group to some of those students who wanted to stay home and do the distance learning full time. This year everybody's in school. How's everybody adapting?
I think they're doing great. Again, when I had people first come in and we talked about we're having lunch together, we're having recess together, they're like, okay, what does that look like? So let's explain. Let's see how we're saying emotionally safe, physically safe, and enhancing that learning environment. So we do have mask breaks. We do have recess where they, children can take off their mask. We make sure that if you're, again, coming from recess and it's real hot and sweaty, you have your mask on, you need, go take it off, take a deep breath, drink some water, right? Just to make sure that we're ready to learn. And that's what we want to make sure, right? Safety is 2 things. Make sure you're emotionally safe and you feel well, and it then leads to you being safe and wanting to learn. Because we all know you can't learn if you don't feel safe. So we make sure that our students are feeling that safety. So we've set up our school to do the most and the best we can with that.
I love it. I love it. Great things. Tell me about some of the things that you would like to see at Crystal Lake School in the next couple of years. We think we're going to have you around for quite some time, which we're looking forward to. What are some of the things that you'd like to enhance Crystal Lake School with?
I'm definitely glad that you bring that up because I do look to be here for a while. As long as you'll have me, right? I do think we're in the middle of that shift. We're in the middle of the shift of taking our teaching to more of a hands-on level, to more of an inquiry level. We're looking at in our math programs, in our science program. The STEM is now coming on board for our 5th and 6th graders. So we are looking to do that in the STEM areas, but also in the reading areas, right? Having the students now come with their interests. What do you want to write about? How do you want to express that, right? So we're having them, do you want to put it on a website? Right? Like I said, with that group, they made their own website. Right? So they have to put the writing in there, make sure that's correctly formatted, make sure when we write on a website, it's different than if we're writing a persuasive letter.
Right.
Have the same elements, right? Similar elements, but the structures are different so that we're talking about those structures. So I look forward to us growing in that and growing to a level where our students are guiding the learning. Like I said, that's where we're going towards, and I think we're doing a great job. And I know I've received a lot of support from the district for that, and if you look at our initiatives with all the professionals that are coming in and adding to what we're already doing in the building, you could see us making those gains.
That's all fantastic. I think we're all proponents of getting the students more involved. One of the things with this show, actually, is we do have an AV club of high school students. There's about 15 to 20 students right now and 5 staff members that are really interested in really kicking this off the ground and being able to produce it and edit it and do everything right in-house. And I'm looking forward to working with them and really getting maybe some new backgrounds or something fun that we can work with. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. We'll talk soon. Welcome back. I'm now joined with Maddie Willette, who is our student representative on the Board of Ed. You've been to a number of meetings already. Welcome. What I wanted to do is just kind of chat a little bit about what the student rep position involves, what you're hoping to obtain from it, and what you bring not only to us as board members, but back to the students here at school.
Yes, thank you. I'm really excited to have this opportunity. I want to give back to the students and be the voice for them through the activities this year. And to the board, I am very honored to be given this position, and I hope to learn a lot. I am interested in going into government, so I got kind of a taste of what it's like of all the different parts and aspects that go into like running a system of the Ellington schools here, which is an awesome place to be.
And Robert's Rules of Order is always in there too.
Yes.
Very easy to learn. One of the things that I enjoy is that you do give an update at every one of our meetings as far as events that are happening around the school. We've got Spirit Week, so I feel like we're always in tune to what is happening here at the high school. Can you give us a little sneak peek? I know we have a meeting coming up, but what's going on?
Yeah, we have a few exciting things happening at the high school, especially for like the senior class. I know we're all so excited to start our senior year and all the fun activities that come with it. At the end of October, we have, right now it seems like it's going to be like a traditional Spirit Week where students are going to get dressed up based on the theme Student Council presents with us. And that leads up to the homecoming dance, which I'm very excited for. And I know for the seniors, we're going to be starting to paint our rock and have the senior class sign it, which is a fun activity. And yeah, that's pretty much what's coming up for us in the next coming weeks.
That's great, that's great. Do you have a date for homecoming that you can release to the public?
I'm pretty sure it is Saturday, October 23rd. That's what I've heard, but it might be the 22nd, but it's somewhere around there.
Fantastic, Maddie. Thank you so much. What I would like to do is to have you come back on the show again in May and kind of give us a recap of your year and what it was like to sit as the student representative.
Yes, I'd love to.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for being our student spotlight, our first ever. We're so glad that it was you. If you know anyone, any student that is doing amazing things from pre-K all the way up to a phenomenal senior, you can email me at jmullen@ellingtonschools.net, and we'd love to have them in our student spotlight section. Thanks so much. Until next time.